What's up, you guys? James Strickland here. Welcome to week 70 on my road to 700 pounds on bench press. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I know I am. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I am on my road to a raw 700 pound bench, and I am excited to have you guys along with me. If you are older to the channel and you've been here for a while, welcome back. And I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. This week was very exciting for me, as pretty much every week going forward is going to be exciting. So nothing new here, but definitely had a great week. I'm feeling wonderful. I really feel refreshed. I feel like this 8-day split is really doing me some good. And my shoulder's not bugging me as much. My tendonitis is not bugging me as much. And I'm putting up big numbers going forward. You'll see here in a minute, I almost put up a PR. It wasn't on the schedule, so it wasn't a fail or anything like that. But I was, basically doing a 555, and you'll see this week kind of how everything went, but almost got my rep PR of 5 after a couple of sets being fatigued. So I chalked that up as a win. Very exciting moving forward. Going to be going up and obviously pyramiding up until meet day, whenever that is, here in the next couple months or so. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you guys get my videos, updates and notifications every week. I will be doing a recap pretty much every single week. It won't be on the same day every week just because my split is staggered now. So it might be a day later each week, hence why this video is launching a couple days later than you guys are probably used to. But let's go ahead and jump into the recap. I'm really excited to show you this. I had a couple accessory PRs. I'm really, really excited about that. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so day one, I like my heavy bench here. I am doing my heavy bench day this week on Wednesday. Last week was on Tuesday, so we staggered it today, get an 8-day split in. I'm going to show you my last couple of warm-ups here. Still working with the fat pad. The Rogue rack here has a fat pad. It's about 14 inches or so wide, a little wider than a competition bench, just to save my shoulders a little bit, because last week and the week before my shoulders were kind of messing with me. Really happy with how that 405 looked. Let's see what 495 looks like. Very, very good. Excited. I'm not moving them quite as fast when they get heavier, just because I want to stay very much in control. I have a 3x3 of 555 on tap. And my PR, like I mentioned a little bit ago, was or is 555 for a set of 5. We went up from there and went 570 and kind of so on. So I never really got to test out the sets of 5 higher than 555. But let's see how the first set here with 555 pounds looks. Got a little out of the groove at the top, regrouped, and go ahead and knock out that second and third rep here. No big deal. I actually considered going for more on that set, and I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and get the work done, and we'll play with that on the third set if we have any energy left. So second set here, that first one went fine. Second set good, or second rep good. Third rep there, got a little fatigue building up towards the end, but rested for about 10 minutes between each of those sets. Third set here, you can see I did 555 for 4. I had no goals on this. I just kind of thought, you know what, if I feel good. As you see, the first rep went off without a hitch. Second rep there. And this is what the set called for. I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and go for a 4th and see how that feels. And I contemplated a 5th. I went, you know what, let's go ahead and grab it. And we'll just chalk that up as a win, no big deal. But I'm back. I feel like everything is running smooth. I'm running on all cylinders. Body weight's sitting around 299 on this particular day. I'm going to show you my top set of dips here. I had 4 sets starting with sets of 160 up until this is 251. A little bit heavier than it was programmed, but my dips are very much a pulse to how my bench is feeling. Shoulders are good. Elbows are good. Obviously, body weight with 299 here, right at 300. This is basically 500 pounds worth of dips. That's putting pressure, putting 550 pounds on my triceps and shoulders and pecs. Very, very good accessory. Definitely can get lightheaded, but I feel really, really good about that, keeping dips in there. Got another PR here with my chain flies. I was able to find a little bit more chain weight. The measurement with this is 170 pounds per arm at full extension, right about where the chain is off the ground. So it lightens up probably to about 50 to 60 pounds towards the bottom. Got a few sets of this here, and feel really, really good. Flies are, I would consider, one of my weaknesses, my pecs. And flies coming up as they are and hitting PRs on these, and especially with the amount of weight that we're able to do here safely, I am very, very excited that this is becoming a strength. It's definitely catching up to my back strength in relation. Obviously, I'm not going to be flying 400 pounds and rowing, the same, but definitely want to get my pec strength more so that I have a lot more explosion off the chest. That is the key to my bench. I don't have problems locking it out. Very much so in the last couple of meets. If I'm going to lose it, it's going to be right around the mid-range, just off the chest. The lockout's normally not a problem at all once I get it past into the triceps. But the whole bench package is what we're looking to build up here, not just the triceps. Obviously, I have some crazy strength in the triceps, and I'm proud of that. It's taken me a long time to get that, but it's time to build the whole package up. So moving on, got 150s here, 4 sets of 13 reps. And these just absolutely felt phenomenal. I need more weight on these, and this gym only has 150s. Of course, most gyms only have 150s or top out even at 125s. But these felt really, really good, really, really fast, smooth. Night and day difference compared to a couple weeks ago when I had that off week, and you guys saw how I was just clenching my fist every single rep. Just showing you a back shot here, just to show you kind of range of motion that I'm looking to get. These are not elbows to the sky. There's a little bit too much range of motion there in my experience. There's obviously different ways to work the back. I do barbell rows, seal rows, incline, chest supported seal rows, dumbbell rows, lat pull downs. You'll see it here all in the recaps. But moving on, last set of this particular day, or last few sets, is the 55-pound dumbbells. These are causing my elbows just a little bit of grief, so I think we're going to kind of cut these out or back these off a little bit going forward, and replace them with something else. Tricep work can be notorious for aggravating your elbows depending on your positions and your leverages and things like that. Rollbacks typically are meant to not have a lot of pressure on the elbows and mostly keep a lot of stress on the tricep. Triceps are not the problem right now. My elbows are just a little bit irritated. Of course, we're doing a lot of work, so it's rightfully so. I actually, talked to my coach about that, and we're going to kind of move things around, but they're not injured, so we're feeling good. I've got top set here with 4 sets of 15, 300 on the rear delt fly on my secondary upper day, lighter bench day, if you will, shoulders, upper body accessories. Still doing squats and deadlifts, just not showing those on my recaps to keep them short and sweet. Plus, I want to focus more on you guys knowing about the road to 700 pounds on bench. If you guys are interested in my squat and deadlift training, you're more than welcome to follow me over on Instagram. I'll give you that here in just a little bit. Got a spot and lift off here. Told them a little bit not to grab it. So I had to kind of stop, pause the bar, get control of it, and go ahead and rep them out. Set called for 10. I actually counted afterwards. I guess I didn't count properly, and it's actually a set of 11, which I'm fine with that. The 415 there. Going to move on here. I slapped some 25 or some 10s on there instead of 5s. Going to go 425 on this. And this is just a burnout set. I feel a lot of energy today. This is actually done on a Saturday. So this was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days after my first day. So I've got some energy here. I do a lot of work on my accessory days. I put a lot of emphasis on my accessory work, and I'm going to be resting fully for another, let's say, 5 days after this to hit my next heavy bench day. So we're on a pretty good split here, I think. We're going to see how it rolls, and for now we're hitting some pretty decent weight here. This is my top set here, 410 for 5 on chest supported incline rows, basically a substitute for seal rows. I don't like setting up at seal rows at this particular gym. Gonna have my next set here is fully extended dumbbell pullovers, fully extended arm, and this is basically a stretch for the lower pecs and or upper pecs as well, and some shoulder work here, just kind of moving everything around, getting the stretch. This is not meant to be super, super heavy, but rather more of a therapeutic recovery exercise. You can I mean, I don't use this for a heavy set. Really don't want to. This is more of a relaxing after bench, after a lot of the upper day work from day one and day two. Just really stretch to kind of move things around. But feeling very, very good. Like I said, my energy levels are up. I normally, and just to kind of touch on this, you guys are kind of curious about how I do my my workouts. During about halfway through my bench day, as well as my second day, it's about 2 hours in typically. It's about a 3 to 4 hour workout. I normally have a protein bar. I definitely have my intra workout drink just to kind of make sure I've got energy going through the whole process here. This is my superset for my shoulders. Really, really good. I'm going to be keeping these in my shoulders for the few weeks, ahead, at least going in probably to the meet. This is really, really good. It's a superset. This is 20 pounds each hand, but 8 reps on each particular discipline, and it really, really feels good to open those rotators up and get them moving. Throwing in some shrugs this week, and this is just the heaviest that I could find. It's really, really not that heavy at all. Just doing some shrugs to work on a little bit of upper shoulder trap work, just to get a little extra to work in there, and really just feel a good stretch in there. If I haven't done these in a while, typically I have kind of a headache the next morning just from the stretch and the tension, if you will, of my muscles being sore. So I normally just massage that out with like a waxer or like a carb buffer, and that normally helps out pretty well to loosen everything up. I got my lat pull downs here. Did some variants of this week. I think I've got this all on video for you. Just showing you guys that I'm doing wide grip on this particular one, doing some closer grip underhand just to work a little different angle. I don't think one is superior to the other necessarily. It really just depends on what your weakness is. I am trying to hit my back at a lot of different angles just to keep the muscle guessing, to keep the stimulus high. I don't want to get tired and I don't want to adapt too much to one particular exercise. This is the close grip, kind of a neutral grip. And I can do a little bit more weight with this and really just kind of squeeze and get that back really working. This is back attack time. My back by far is my priority among all other lifts at this point because it's the central core that keeps everything rolling. All right, so I've got, this was actually called for 12 sets of 8. I went ahead and just abbreviated just to make things simple this week, and went ahead and did 8 sets of 12 reps with 245 pounds and feeling very, really good. Show you guys here just so you don't think I'm lying to you with the number of reps that I do. Kind of switch the camera angle up there, but definitely keeping the same range of motion and same stretch at the bottom. Want to really, really concentrate on keeping that tricep tight. Don't want to sling the weight around, really working on control. I don't really trust that I can put much more weight than this on here, on this particular machine, just because it's not really made to have an extra 45 pounds on it. But that's it for the video recap this week. Short and sweet, about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to try to keep them short, at least short enough so you guys don't have to tune in for 30, 45 minutes at a time. I do appreciate you guys doing that. But really, really excited. Next week's program is going to be, let's say today is actually Tuesday. The recap's done on Tuesday this week, and I've got 2 more days. I feel like I could go in tomorrow, but I'm going to be smart about it. I'm not going to do that and short circuit things. I'm going to make sure that I'm fully rested. Going to have a big meal tonight. Today's actually Taco Tuesday. We're going to go have some tacos and everything like that with the family and get carved up. But going to have some rest and recovery tomorrow as well, and wake up ready to go on Thursday to smash 565. The reps is 3 by 3, so we're just moving up 10 pounds. But I feel like we could probably go a couple extra reps on that last set if we feel like there's some energy there. But looking to still put up some bigger numbers on dips. So basically all the accessory work is going to be stepped up. And that's basically how my training works. It's a very much of a progressive overload. And pretty soon we're going to be jumping from the 565s to the 585s and going up from there to the 600s. And then we're going to start talking about, meet time. Between now and the meet, we do have the animal cage. So if you guys are going to be in the Columbus area, first weekend of March 7th, 8th, and 9th, I believe it is, or 6th, 7th, and 8th, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if you're going to be in the Columbus, Ohio area, come and see me. I'm going to be at the Animal Cage booth lifting on Friday. I'll be hanging out all weekend, so if you guys want to reach out to me, and I'll give you guys my Instagram here in a minute, you can probably just send me a message through there or just comment on YouTube here and let me know that you'll be there, and I'll make sure that I come meet you and we take a picture or something like that. But going to be exciting times. If you guys miss it, definitely check out the recaps. I'm going to have all the videos up there. Very, very excited to do something. At this point, I'm still planning on doing squat, bench, deadlift medley. But if for some reason, because bench is my priority right now, if something is off with bench because of squat, deadlift, or I feel like I'm not getting enough rest, in a heartbeat, I will cut out squat and deadlift heavy training, and then we'll probably just end up going in and doing some crazy weight for bench, which will probably just be a part of my particular training day for that week. It'll just be done in the cage, and then I'll just work probably my accessory work at one of the barbell club events that are around town that night at one of the gyms, and just work it in that way. And it's a perfect way for me to get my workouts in. The following week after that will probably be a deload, so it'll be perfect. But I'm going to go ahead and start back up with the question and answers. I've got 2 questions, one from YouTube and one from Instagram. Let's go ahead and dive on into those. First one is from Philip Martinson. He's on YouTube here and asks, when are you going to rock the beard? So probably seeing that I got a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, probably more like a, later than that. But that's just because I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to shaving. I don't like to shave, but at the same time, I don't like to have a bunch of hair on my face. I just don't like it. I've grown up having a very clean shave. I'm in the business world, so I deal with customers all the time. And if I haven't had a meeting in a while, then I start to look like this. When I have a meeting, I get clean shaved, and that's where I like it. I just prefer a clean shave. It's just a little bit of extra maintenance, and for me, I just prefer the feel of a clean shave. So probably not going to be rocking a true beard anytime soon. Not counting it out, but you never know. But at this point, probably just going to stay clean shaven. That's just my style. Sorry. All right. So next one is from Instagram. It's let's see, Damian Davis. I think I got that right. And he said, what is your rep PR with 210-pound dumbbells? So real quick, I've never even touched 210-pound dumbbells. My rep PR with anything close to that is the 200-pound dumbbells, and that was in the Animal Cage last year where I did 15 reps. Julius Maddox was there with me as well. We both did pretty heavy benches before and dropped down, and I got 15 reps, and I believe he got 13 reps or so on that. Because I had 12 before that, and I think he beat me by 1, and so I definitely wanted to come back and reclaim that title, I guess, if you will. But there are heavier dumbbells out there. It does take some training to get used to. I have worked up to like the 225-pound dumbbells for a set of 1 or 2, or maybe I think I got maybe 3 of those at Metroflex in Arlington, maybe about a year or so ago. And that's just a lot of weight. And if you're not used to moving that kind of weight, it's a big jump to add an extra 25 pounds in each hand. That's basically a 50-pound jump overall, and more than that actually. And it's very awkward on the stabilizers, but with some practice, I think 225s could probably be done for probably a good set of 10, I think at this point. And 250s, obviously those are even bigger, and they just get wider and wider. And it's not so much the fact that they're as heavy as they are, even though that is very important. That does make a difference. It's just those dumbbells become very, very wide, and you don't have enough room, especially with me. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, but compared to some of these massive guys, those dumbbells stretch across my whole body and then some, and they're just really, really hard to hold and handle. It's not like a barbell where you can stabilize everything with one single bar. It's two separate stabilizers going on at the same time, and if one goes this way and one goes that way and that way, it could really be a bad thing. But right now, 210-pound dumbbells have yet to be done for me, so I'm going to stick with the 200s for 15 as a current PR. I think we could probably go a little higher than that if I got access to those again. You never know. We might see those in the Animal Cage this year. Maybe I'll go for another shot and go for like 20 or something crazy. But that's it for the Q&A section this week. Sometimes I'll throw in Q&As. Sometimes I'll have my favorite foods or whatever favorite question or things like that I'll come up with for you guys. But if you guys are interested in getting a question answered right here on my recap, definitely submit one through the comments below. You can send me an email, swimhack@gmail.com. Definitely you can reach out to me on Instagram. Follow me over there. at SwimHack. You can reach out to me with questions anytime. Even if I don't put them here, I will definitely get back to you. I pretty much answer every single question that I come across. And if I forget it or somehow I come across it or skip over your question, don't hesitate to ask me again. Sometimes the questions get lost in the feed. Sometimes I don't always get the notifications from YouTube, but I definitely get all of the DMs on Instagram and I get all my emails. So if you want to definitely get something from me within the next couple of days, response, those are probably the best way to reach out to me. Comments can get lost on YouTube. But that is it for this week's recap. Short and sweet, like I told you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. And once again, if you have not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications so you get my notifications when I'm posting a new recap every week. Like I said, it probably will be next Wednesday, Thursday, I would assume. Not this Wednesday, but like a week from now, that I'll actually be posting another recap, week and a day, so 8 days. But like I said, if you like this video, please like it. Give me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. I'd love more followers. I'd definitely love to spread the word. Not that I know everything, but I like to just at least put some good information out there because there's a lot of BS out there. And I'm sorry you guys have to go through that. I had to sift through that when I was coming up. And, I still have to sift through that. There's just a lot of junk out there. And I try to be as real with you guys as I can just to show you guys how I'm doing in my training, what I'm thinking, just maybe a smarter approach, if you will. And like I said, I'm not the know-it-all, but I definitely know that I am where I'm at because I made good decisions up to this point. Now, I've made some mistakes, but I'd like to think that those mistakes have made me smarter, and then I'll be able to share that with you guys of what not to do. But definitely reach out to me, and I really do appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys next week for week 71. See ya.